and welcome to we're together today. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Just Engage University podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Giovanna Burgess-White.
And I'm the other host, Yvette Valdenegro. Hey!
And guys, I can't believe it's 2022. Oh. We have been so amazingly busy. If you didn't hear the news already, we have an amazing podcast manager, Haley Murch. Thank you so much.
Haley, shout out.
We hired her in November. She has taken over both of our podcasts. She is fantastic. And then we had an amazing holiday season in the wedding industry. So kudos to all of our clients, all of our couples.
We had an amazing year last year,
yes.
Period.
Yes.
Just the whole year was
full of love. Just full of love. Between both of our businesses, we wed over 100 couples in 21 months. I think that's high five. So that was with the businesses. Then I was super happy to have hosted 2 nonprofit events, and we raised over $120,000.
That is so amazing,
yes.
Gio.
I'm so happy. My heart is full. So community work, philanthropy, couples. So love was happening. Nonprofits were earning money. People were coming out for holiday events. It was just so wonderful to see that events were happening. And then we just came back from Bridal Extravaganza. Well, I just came back with my team from Bridal. She sat this one out. But, we do Bridal Extravaganza twice a year, January and July. We just did the January show at the Georgia Brown Convention Center here in Houston, Texas. And oh my God, I've got to say, it's probably been one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, it really has. It was small. It was intimate.
Okay, wait. You're going 5 miles an hour, but you said something that I just want to capitalize on, and I know that this is Just Engage University, but I kind of want to put a little plug in for our YG collaborations, because everything you just said, oh my God, I feel like I'm going to cry. 2021 was a continuation of, for sure, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and inventing, reinventing, learning, growing, changing, adapting, to everything around us, including the pandemic. But I must say that we're growing as individuals, which is helping us grow in our businesses separately, which is helping us grow in our businesses together. And so all of that is just kind of melded into really the YG collaborations. And so if you've never really heard of that, or you're like, okay, I see these ladies are doing, they have the venue, they've got Papa Wedding Houston, they're definitely teaching and educating young couples for their weddings. It's all together, which is so amazing. But if you want to learn more and really go what else are you guys doing? How are you doing it? Then I really want to suggest you go to the YG collaborations just to get more in depth with all of that, because it really is just a extension of what we're doing. And then today I decided, so I laughed and I went, yes, I live, breathe, and eat weddings. I love everything about love and weddings. So don't get me wrong here. But one of my least favorite things to do as a wedding planner and owner is to do the big bridal shows. Not because I don't believe in them. I'm going to be honest. This is true. This is behind the scenes, true, raw information. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. Whoever is dedicated to doing these bridal shows, it's an entire weekend. So yes, couples, you get to go and you experience the fun side of everything, going and visiting and meeting and the glitz and the glamour and the lights and the prettiness and the booths. And it's so great. What you don't see behind the scenes is the entire week leads up to the decor, the dropping off, picking up, who's going to be there, marketing materials, social media, email blasts. There's so many things that go into it. So I think for me, that I'd rather spend my time designing, creating, putting things together for my couples, not standing there answering the same questions over and over and over. But that doesn't mean it's not important. And it doesn't mean that it's not needed. I'm just saying that's one of my least likely favorite things to do as a planner. So what is exciting today, because I wasn't there, I get to be the interviewer, and I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. By the way, they're on my phone. If you see me looking down on them, because I wrote out some things. I didn't want her to have a precursor to what I was going to ask her. I just want her to share freely as we always do.
Our shows are never scripted. We're never scripted. But this was my 12th bridal extravaganza.
Well,
yeah, I know. Because remember, before the venue,
oh,
I
because
still
there's
met.
2 every year
there's 2
too.
a year. So, we're in a pandemic. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. A lot of vendors could not come because they had COVID. I didn't come because my husband had COVID. We had a COVID scare in the household, in the White House household. I got a hotel. My kids got to stay with my parents, but it was small. It was intimate. And thank you to the vendors who were able to come, and thank you to the couples who came out there and the brides that came out there and the bride tribes, because it keeps me going. I love the bridal show. I'm a people person. I love connecting in person. I love answering the questions. So we're yin and yang. And thank you to the vendors, my preferred vendor team. My God, Jen from Fantastic Floral Creations. If you haven't seen the pictures, go to our Instagram. You're going to die. That installation, she brought it to life. I'm going to post pictures in the comments here too, but I wanted something fun and vibrant because I knew this past year has been really hard on couples. It's been really, really hard on our industry. And I said, I want to do a rainbow installation.
Oh, great.
And she brought it to life. I kid you not. It was, she realized she's allergic to baby's breath. She didn't know because she does faux floral and she did a hybrid. So middle of last week, she's calling me. She's like, I'm allergic to baby breath. Beautiful. Chairs, covers, and more for doing our linens, and then Double Oak Events for being my partner in crime across from us. We kind of had the installation connected us, and then 360 Events Photo Booth because they bring the life to the party. Our booths were like the best energy ever. Like, I was tired. I had been running around. I had COVID in the household, but we still, again, no one realizes the behind the scenes. I didn't check into the hotel until 9:30 the night before the bridal extravaganza started. So then go to bed and then do it all over again, and then the breakdown. So it was small, it was intimate. The couples that came out, oh my God, the new trends, the new things that are happening. So I was super excited.
Okay. So here's my first question.
Okay.
It's really, I guess, been 3 years now. Okay, so looking back, what have you seen in 3 years as far as the attendance at the bridal extravaganza, and then how do you feel like that's affecting the overall event?
Well, it was not a highly attended event this time around. Actually, the last show that we both did in January last year, 2021, January was more traffic than this year. And of course, we're in the middle of the second variant, which is fine. But for the people that did come, it was more time spent. And they actually just the experience, like we created that experience that we create here at the venue. We created it there. So I feel like couples had more fun. It wasn't rushed and there wasn't so many crowds. Because when you go to a booth and you want to talk to someone, you want to get questions, and then you're scanning and then you're like trying to find the marketing, but like you have questions. I had conversations, 10, 15-minute conversations with people. So it was really nice. And, we always exhibit together. Our whole team does. And so it's nice to be able to like walk them over to Double Oaks and say, hey, so-and-so's looking for this. If they weren't looking for a venue, again, we're really great about saying like, what else can we help you find? And so I really enjoyed it because I wasn't rushed. The clients didn't feel rushed, and we really did get to answer those questions and spend a lot of one-on-one time. And then, of course, the 360 photo booth, everybody's getting on there, taking their pictures. And so I enjoyed it more because it wasn't like go, go, go. It was more of a, okay, what other questions can I answer? Talk about their, what they were thinking. Some people had no idea. Some people were kind of midway through, and then other people were like, oh, I'm just here to, get the last minute touches. So.
Okay. And then I feel like when we go and have experiences right now, whether it's the grocery store, restaurants, people's houses, everyone's all over the map as far as just really COVID protocols. There's a lot of confusion, but what were the COVID protocols for the show?
So they did temperature checks. They had testing on site for free, which I thought was amazing. Yeah. So they didn't have rapid, but they allowed guests on Saturday to take tests.
Oh, that's cool.
And they were able to get the results within 2 days, which we absolutely love. So that was for the vendor and for the guests. They had masks there available if couples or brides wanted them. So they did a really, really good job, and they spaced us out even more than normal. So they did a great job with ensuring that. And obviously BrideScan, this is the third bridal extravaganza that they use. It's completely contactless. It's an app that a bride gets to download before, the vendor gets to download before, and then we reciprocate our information. So bride scans or couple scans, that information comes to us, and then our information goes to them, so that when they go home, it's all categorized in the different categories for venues, florists, and then for us, it's categorized by name, and then it has their date. So it replaced the stickers, it replaced the writing, and the whole exchanging. And I would say most vendors were masked, so it's definitely advised, and I think it was done very well. So.
Okay, cool. Okay, so one of my favorite parts about Bridal Extravaganza is meeting new vendors, concepts, whatever it is. Houston is so creative. So did you meet anybody new that was a standout to you as far as like a new vendor, a new concept, new services?
Yeah, so I have to say I got to go shopping at the Bridal Extravaganza, not for bridal dresses. The first time a boutique came.
What?
Yes, a boutique.
What kind of boutique?
Like clothing, jewelry, shoes, accessories.
So non-bridal things.
Well, this is what they did.
Oh.
They brought all of their neutral stuff. The whites, the tans. So it looked like it would have been a bridal boutique, but all they did is they took everything that they had was neutral. Cute little cocktail dress. It's great for the bachelorette party or the bridal shower. They got the earring. Oh, I should have worn my earrings today. But absolutely met the boutique owner. They're in Stafford, Texas. Little Hope Boutique. I spent so much money. I went to go look what's happening. I go, I'm going to come back before we close. I spent so much money. They have the cutest stuff. And then I saw more jewelry vendors than normal, which I thought was great. And are you ready for this? Botox on site.
What?
Yes. Serendipity Spa was there. They had all of their certified, I don't know what they're called. They're not nurses, but certified estheticians there. They did Botox on site. I'm not even kidding. They were actually right across the street from us. I have a picture of them on our Instagram as well. And they offer spa services and Botox to brides.
So on site, you could have
gotten there and done your L's or all this on site. Yeah. That's a first for me. I've not seen that. So
wait, did you get it done?
No, I didn't get it done. I was working, you bet. I was working. So that was a first for me. So the boutiques, the spa, and then, a lot of familiar faces, and again, it was a more intimate. It was, I think, half of what the normal show would be, but spaced out more. And so we really had a good time. So.
Okay, now I'm kind of jealous about the boutique because that's kind of fun to go. We get to go shopping, although I would spend all my Christmas money. Okay, so every year that we go, it seems like, I don't even know if I want to call it a trend, but it just seems like there's something that that comes up over and over and over. Like I think one time we talked about how it just seemed like there's a lot of guys that were there. Like they were really genuinely interested in coming to the bridal show. So did you see like a trend or something that just kept coming up over and over?
No, but this was the first year that there was more bridal dress boutiques. Actually, the first year that there was 7 fashion shows. 7. Normally there's 3 to 4
on the main stage.
So more bridal boutiques came.
So when they're doing them now, is it like, hey, this is one bridal store and this is all of their okay?
Yeah. So they had 7 each day. So there was a bridal boutique every hour, and really more people dressing up. The bride tribe. They still had the bride tribe competition. So we had more bride tribes, a lot more creative bride tribes. But other than that, nothing else that I saw different. Just people, I think, ask more questions this time around because they had the time to do it.
That's good. Okay, so did you, as a venue owner, notice any trends or things that people were consistently asking you?
So all-inclusives are back. I've always had them. For venues, all-inclusives are back. I think couples are starting to realize it's just a lot easier to have everything in one spot, especially for the couples who were just starting to plan or maybe midway through and they're like, oh my God, I just don't know what's happening. Like a couple of people were telling me they had reached out to some vendors 3 or 4 months ago, 6 months ago, and they hadn't heard back, which we've had an episode on that. So just really understanding that you have to trust reliable vendors. So I know I met a couple of new venue owners, and they were either transitioning into having some all-inclusives or even just having some smaller packages available for the clients.
Okay. I just want to say this as a wedding planner, and I always feel like I bring the yin to the yang. But okay, so when someone says all inclusive, I would just like to say, especially because, we have this platform and this podcast for people that are newly engaged or in the process of planning their wedding. and they see all inclusive, all inclusive, all inclusive. Okay, so if this is a trend that people are really wanting this and seeking it, then obviously the venues are going to cater to that. No pun intended. But I want to really talk about what that means and what it doesn't mean, because I know one of the things I get frustrated for my clients is by the time they reach me, they go, well, I talked to so-and-so or this venue or that venue, and they say all inclusive,
Right.
but it doesn't really mean all inclusive.
Yeah.
It's hard to standardize
Yeah.
in a huge industry what that really means. So I think the best thing is to educate our listeners as to just the things to really think through. Just because it says all inclusive doesn't mean it's really all inclusive. So again, you can reach out to a venue, particularly because they're the ones that mainly do the all inclusives. That may just mean inclusive to that venue.
Right.
So it's the venue, say tables and chairs, linens, maybe a DJ, a couple things, but it doesn't mean your entire wedding versus, I know for like Fountain Point at Mia Bella, that it's definitely all inclusive. Like the bottom line is, here's a list of all the things you have. This is everything you would need in your wedding.
Except for, wait, you can't say that because because I don't include photography and videography. And I don't include the officiant. And I don't include security. So those are 3 line items that we do not include.
Okay, so you're being upfront about that.
Right. So I'm glad you said that, because if you go to justengageuniversity.com and you sign, like there's a little pop-up, you can get a free venue shopping guide. We've provided that for you guys because it's super important when you go venue shopping, no matter where you are in the United States, that you have a guide. It's a guideline. It teaches you that, and that's on there. Like, what is all inclusive at your venue? And they need to list that out. If it's not, it should be available online. If it's not, I'm not saying that's a red flag, but it should be available online because you should know what you're getting yourself into. And if not, then you should be able to walk away from that venue and know what the all-inclusive means. When you walk away from me, it's online. You know the 3 things that aren't included, but everything else is. So you go online, you can see boom, 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 the time, what it's involved, the people, the vendors. And then I put video, photographer not included, officiant not included, and security paid cash night of the event. That's it. Because we know how important that is. That's our motto here. Mm-hmm. This all they've experienced, none of the stress. We know that we don't want our clients doing anything. So all inclusive does mean different. Also, day of coordinator versus full wedding planner, right? I'm not saying don't go get a full wedding planner. You don't need one here because we're all inclusive. So it's really, really important that you know the differences. So the free venue shopping guide is available for you when you go to justengageuniversity.com. If you have questions, call us. But if you are venue shopping, just ask. And if they cannot give that to you, again, I would say that's a red flag. What are they hiding? What are they not saying? You need to know what you're paying for. That's not just venue. That's with any vendor. So it should be very black and white in a contract before you sign it. But I do love the fact that venues are starting to see the importance. It's an experience. It's helping not only the venue or the client, it's helping the venue. And that's one of the things that I express to my couples. We have an amazing team of certified partners, certified vendors. They've worked here for the past 4 years. They know the expectations. The review falls on the venue. Couples don't realize that. And so we want to make sure that the experience that you're getting from the minute you walk into the door until your exit is the best experience that you're going to get, because we want to make sure that you're taken care of in that one day that comes down to like 5 or 6 hours. So that was really, really cool to see. Yeah.
And I think I just want to add to that too. Venue rental. The venue rental price is for the venue and whatever they list under that. And then you as the couple are still responsible to fill in the blanks for everything else. So when you are venue shopping and you're asking for information, venue rental price and or understanding, like you just said, what is really included in the all inclusive.
Yeah.
So that when you're putting your spreadsheets together or trying to figure it all out, then you know, like, okay, I love this venue. This is what's included. And I now know I need to get the following things, which leads me to my next thing. So
wait, before you go there too, if you're listening or watching and you're not in Houston and you're not venue shopping in Houston, wherever you are, go to fountainpoint.com and you can go to the package pricing. It's actually on our pricing page and it tells you exactly what you just said. And then you go to venue only pricing and it tells you what that just is. So there's an example out there for you, and then the free shopping guide. So if you need help or you just want to kind of see what that looks like, just go to fountainpoint.com or justengageuniversity.com.
Okay. So one of the reasons why I also love and don't love the big bridal shows, which I love the fact that we live in Houston, which we have the biggest bridal show in the United States,
Yep.
which is amazing. But the other thing that I always feel like, oh, even me as a wedding planner, is that it can be very intimidating and overwhelming for a young couple who's going in and they're just looking around going, oh
Yeah.
my
Totally.
God,
It happens every time.
where do I begin? What do I
Yeah.
do? So what is your advice to the couple who just went, or actually is now starting and
Yeah.
beginning? Where do they start?
Yeah. So we've always made it very easy for them. Like the information for us and our team is always available online. So I'm not talking, I mean, if a client asks me about pricing, yeah, I'm going to give them pricing. I'm there for them to meet the team, to have the experience. So what they're getting at the bridal is kind of like what we call our open house. They're getting that experience. I tell couples, go in there to not try to consume the information, meet the vendors, see if you get a good vibe. Most of the time owners are there or the lead planners are there or management's there. So just talk to them, have questions already ready. Like it doesn't matter. There's no stupid questions. So if you're looking for a caterer, if you're looking for a florist, have those questions already there and then go meet that team. So if you see if that's the right vibe. Sometimes you may love their product, but you're not vibing with them. That's what the great thing about these shows, that there's multiple vendors. And then again, pricing for us is extremely important because it's the first purchase. You go home with, we actually gave away the free venue shopping guide in a mini version. And then on the back side was our QR code. So when they go home, it goes straight to the pricing page and to the tour page. Because those are the things, the top two things that my clients want is to see the venue before they come. So there's a 360 tour and to know how much it's going to cost them. That's on there. So I just tell them, you're here to experience. What questions can I ask? Obviously, if it's something that I can answer there and there's not a lot of people, I'll answer it. But go home, just enjoy meeting the people, eat the food, drink the drinks, do the pictures, have an experience while you're here. And then when you go home, everything's already categorized for you thanks to BrightScan. And then just, reach out to us for a tour or any questions that you have. So.
Okay. I'm going to be biased and add to that. If you're confused and you're still like, oh my God, this is like information overload. How do I even pick from the venues that I see? How do I pick from the vendors that I see? I personally think the number one person that you need to reach out to is a true wedding professional planner who can now help you start to sort through all of that information you just are now looking at.
Yeah.
People have a misconception that one, wedding planners are not needed, or two, that they're so expensive that it's like it's almost like a luxury item.
Yeah,
it's not. It's probably the smartest decision you'll make because you're going to get two things in one. One, someone who knows what they're doing if they're actually truly in the wedding industry. Yep. And secondly, they're going to save you time, effort, and money and stress in the long run, which is all valuable. It does have a monetary price tag to it because they're going to help walk you through all those processes. And I know this again is my advice, but there is a difference between a friend.
Oh yes.
Someone who just got married and now
they're
now a wedding planner. Yeah. It's not the same. And here's the thing. I can't tell you how many weddings, especially last year during COVID, and the so-and-so's working, now they're not, this is happening. Oh my God, the driver didn't come, the lindens are coming, whatever it is. You have to have that experience behind you because stuff happens. And in the moment and on that day when you are trying to figure things out, you're not going to want someone who goes, yeah, I really don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle it. You want someone who goes, nope, I got people I can call. I got a team I can call. I got someone who can help. We got people who can help out in the situation, and or the relationship with the other vendors and or the venue becomes crucial because then it's a whole team working together instead of someone just going, oh my God, they just throwing their hands up in the air and it's just even more stress on the bride. In clutch situations, it matters. I mean, think of it this way. If I'm going under the knife and I'm having surgery, you better believe I'm going to want the doctor who has the experience, who has the doctor before their name, went to school, has done 1,000,001 surgeries before me versus someone who goes, yeah, I just decided I wanted to be in medical school. So do you mind if I operate on you?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
We have an episode on that too. So if you want to know why we recommend having a wedding planner, and that's again putting my Just Engage University hat. Don't need one at my venue because we are full service here. But when you're not here at the venue, you need to have that, and it's going to save you time and money. We talk about it all the time: time and money. And they normally have their own teams. So once you pick that venue, you can also come pick the venue here. You still have to use one of our certified planners. planner. So then I give you that information so that they can help you with the rest. So it really is full service both ways around. So
Okay. I think that was a lot.
Yeah.
Good information.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you wanted to add about the
No, like
bridal
I said,
show?
I'm super excited to have met all the couples. Thank you to all the vendors that came out. Thank you to my team. Oh my God. They're tagged here if you want to go see pictures. If you did not see the floral installation, that was like the talk of the town. Go to I want to say Fantastic Floral Creations, but just go to our, it's going to be on Just Engage University and the Fountain Point Instagram. Go see the pictures, go look up the fun little bride tribes. And then again, thank you to Double Oak Events, 360 event photo booth, and chairs, covers, and more for just getting that amazing setup for us. So we will see you in 2 weeks.
Yes. And as always, we're here for you. Our heart's desire is really just to help you in your marriage in any way that we can, wedding planning, all the way through the first 5 years of being married. So please, if you have any questions, leave a comment. We'll respond back. We love to hear from you. We love your comments. We love to hear from you. And we want to hear more topics that you want to hear. So please reach out to us.
2022 is the year for you. So let us know what you want to talk about. Go to justengageuniversity.com for free tools. We have more podcast episodes, YouTube episodes, more updated blogs, and our ebook. And of course, if you want to build a strong relationship, go take our mini courses. They're self courses that you do with your partner. Super easy, and you will absolutely love to just work on your relationship before getting married. So we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right, bye.
Bye.